Alright guys, really good job there against Waniago. We've set up the All New Zealand semi-final. Now Western Suburbs haven't conceded a goal yet this season, so we need to be on our game attacking wise. But look, they only came third in the National League last season. They're kind of lucky to be here. Let's show them why we're the big dogs here in New Zealand and make our way through to another Champions League final.
Party in the streets and the city's on fire.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode number 165 of the New Zealand Builder Nation here on Shaun does FM with both the All Whites and Cashmere Technical. I hope you're doing well. And coming up today, we've got the semi-final of the OFC Champions League. As expected, it's an all New Zealand clash. We'll take on Western Suburbs over 2 legs and probably see who's going to win this thing in 2040. So if you're looking forward to that, then do remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you haven't done so already and are enjoying the series here on the channel, also make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well. It is greatly appreciated. But yesterday made our way for an international window with the All Whites taking on the Ivory Coast and Tunisia. So if you missed that one, I'll leave a link to it over in the top right corner, probably our last one. We'll show you guys in a little while, because next up we've got the OFC Nations Cup. We're going to take on a bunch of teams who are ranked well over 100 spots below us these days on the world ranks. So today we're going to focus on the Champions League here with Cashmere Technical and what's been going on off the back of the group stage that we did have a couple of days ago. First up, we had the quarterfinals of this competition. First leg though, very easy work for us, putting Payla tight overall there with a 7-0 win over Waniago, who of course we're a team that did draw with Western Suburbs back in the group stage. Although they popped out with a double, Kamalo picked up a hat-trick, albeit all of them were from the penalty spot, and Craig Johnston and Finn Brown also scoring goals off of the bench. Very dominant display actually for once, matching our XG, albeit that did get bumped up quite a bit by those penalties that did get awarded, and Kamalo thankfully put all of them away. But a very comprehensive win there, 7-0 in that first league. Match momentum completely one-way traffic, showing how that leg went. In the second leg, it did mean we could rotate our squad quite a bit for this one. It did mean that Waniago did grab a goal back to equalise things off the back of a Fernando Osorio opener, but thankfully he got another goal later in the game, and also Wale Khaled, another penalty, got us back in front there at the half-hour mark. So it's a 3-1 win away from home, and that did mean we went through 10-1 on aggregate. Just going back now, we can also show you guys what happened in the other quarterfinals. Western Suburbs, could argue, a little bit more impressive than we were. 8-0 in the first league, 5-0 in the second league. They keep 2 clean sheets and get past AS Central Sport 13-0. And on the other side of the draw, Tupuji Mary lost the second league 3-1, but beat Tafia 4-2 in the first league. They go through 5-3 on aggregate, and AS Magenta did kind of bowl it in the second league, 4-1 up after the first leg. AS Dragon, the exact same scoreline in the second league. We'll just see how that tie actually got decided, because I haven't actually checked on that one yet, seeing as it was on the other side of the draw. And it was actually 5-4 on aggregate. Just checking here, there was a goal scored in extra time by Mateo Carvalho for AS Dragons. That's the reason that those guys have made their way through to the semis. We'll take on Western Suburbs to see who should be the raging hot favourites for that final, which we'll probably come back for at the start of next week if we make it that far. But currently, AS Dragon 1-0 in front of Tupuji Mary after the first leg of that other semi-final. But Western Suburbs, they only finished third, of course, in the National League last season. The Phoenix Reserves, they were second, but of course can't make their way into the OFC Champions League, being an affiliate of the Wellington Phoenix, who play in a competition over in Asia technically. But these guys come into this in actually some pretty good form. They've played 3 games in the Central League so far and picked up pretty impressive wins again. Clean sheets in all 3 of those games. Their defence might actually be quite good this season up there in Porirua, and the teams they've beaten, we can't check it there, we'll just go back. Northern Rovers 3-0, Lower Hutt 3-0, and North Wellington 1-0. So doing quite well in the Central League there. Western Suburbs, also a quick look at how that started off. The usual suspects up there near the top, Napier City Rovers and Havelock North, are also in the promotion spots. The Northern League, Auckland City Fights actually getting off to a good start for the first time in a number of years. So maybe they are back on the rise off the back of a couple of pretty poor seasons by their standards. Manukau United, Western Springs and Manurewa are in the promotion spot at the moment, and going down to the Southern League, we've picked up 3 wins from 3. Our defence a little bit leakier than Western Suburbs has been, but we've been scoring lots of goals and have a perfect record. Currently, the Dunedin City Royals are in second spot, but to be fair, we have already, we'll just go back and check the schedule, taking on Christchurch United once, and we'll take them on again in between the 2 legs of this Champions League semi. So it's a tough game getting out of the way there twice in the early stages of the Southern League season, but hopefully we can pick up a win there and also get past Western Suburbs to make our way into another Champions League final, which we should really be winning, looking at how weak that other side of the draw is. Thankfully, no injury concerns. Well, they coloured recently, coming back from a tight hamstring, but thankfully that was just a minor injury. A couple of players, though, are on heavy workloads and a little bit injury prone in the likes of Prince Kamalo, also Jamie Young. So a few changes up front for us in this game. Craig Johnston usually does a really good job for us when he steps in, so hopefully that won't be an issue. And also Finn Brown, quite a good backup there to Jamie Young. There's a few other players in Sam Clark and Tim Anderson on a heavy workload, but to be fair, the guys who'll be coming in for them are also on heavy workloads as well. So hopefully we don't get any injuries to those two, and this team can get the job done. Hopefully Craig Johnston might have a game like he had in that Chatham Cup final last season. And with this first league being at home, hopefully we can for once take a good advantage up to Porirua in this Champions League semi. And here are the team sheets for this first league of the Champions League semi-final, this one at my arena. In terms of us, we ran for it before, Brown the cam and Johnston up front, but apart from that, we're at full strength. Western Suburbs also in some very good form, 4-3-3 of note. Our former goalkeeper Mark Anderson in between the sticks for them, so potentially a little bit of secret agent man work for us there. Hopefully he might have a shocker and help us take a lead to Porirua. And it's only taken 10 minutes here for the first highlight. Free kick there to Finn Brown. It comes off the woodwork. Can't see too much of what's gone on off the back of that because the director has hit a shocker, but unfortunately, nothing doing Finn Brown there with a chance from a dead ball situation. Unfortunately, I think Anderson want to tip that one onto the woodwork, but going forward about 10 minutes more, and now it's a throw in here to the away team in Western Suburbs, but a good foot in there from Johnston does mean we get that ball back. Good work there from our striker. Last couple of times we've taken on Western Suburbs over 2 legs. We've actually done pretty well early stages of the home one, but then blown it late. But Craig Johnston, some good work there to get through a defender and puts it past Anderson into the bottom left corner. We take a 1-0 lead, but as I said, won't get too excited yet because last couple of times we've taken this team on at this stage of the Champions League. Still not actually sure how their Johnston teleported his way through a man, but a good finish there. He steps up yet again in a big game when we need him to, but we have kind of bottled things late. Thankfully, been able to actually pick up wins up there in Porirua and knock these guys out, but I'm not too sure how much we can continue to rely on doing that. Still 1-0 up here. Now a free kick at the half-hour mark so far. One-way traffic, so hopefully we get some pay for that just in case we do fade late like we sometimes can. Johnston, nice ball through there to Otto, squeeze it nicely for Al Dazari, and thankfully he's onside. Did just see the assistant referee there just wiggle around for a little bit, looking like he might put his flag up, but thankfully 2 goals here in the space of 10 minutes does mean that we take a 2-0 lead, in fact 15 minutes. But nice ball there from Johnston for Otto, plays it to Al Dazari. Anderson can't keep up with that. It's simple tap in there for our new right winger from Saudi Arabia, and so far this first half has been complete one-way traffic, at least in terms of the shots and shots on target. Possession, actually, Western Suburbs are on the front foot, but apart from that, looks like we've been the better team in this game. Some late chances there to them in that first half, but thankfully no goals come from it, and we are 2-0 in front. Looks like they also picked up an injury late there to Berio. Not too sure, to be fair, how good a player he is for those guys, but we're going to make one sub at halftime here. Corona has picked up a late yellow card, so Vinicius can come on for him, and All White's pairing there in midfield. Not a bad option at all there from the bench, but pretty happy with that first half. Hopefully can maybe grab one more goal to try and put this tie to bed going up to Porirua, as currently we hold a 2-0 lead. And only a couple of minutes into the second half, we're actually going to make another sub now because Sam Clark has picked up a yellow card. No need to risk things here with a 2-goal lead. Tristan Turner to come on for him. And the second half has been up to absolutely nothing at all so far. About to make our way into the last 15 minutes of this game. Sousa at left back, only going okay on a 6.5. We'll take him off here for PA. Do still have 2 more subs left, but also 1 more stoppage. So I think we're going to play things safe here and leave those subs just in case we pick up some late injuries. But 2-0 up, if we grab 1 more goal, we could take off the likes of Anderson and Clark, although Clark's already off, just to make sure that those players don't pick up any injuries. But now Rivera picks up a yellow, so Debenham can come on for him. And we've got 1 more sub left that we can make. And to be fair, Finn Brown only going fairly. Let's bring on Jamie Young for him. Hopefully that won't backfire and he won't pick up an injury. But so far, this second half has been very quiet compared to the first one. But to be fair, we don't mind that holding that 2-goal advantage. That'd be quite a nice cushion to take into the second leg, especially against the team who really beat us. And if they do, it's usually in a penalty shootout in a cup competition. But a late highlight. Nice ball there from El Dazari. Craig Johnston kicks that one into the ground, and Anderson didn't expect it. It bounces over him into the back of the net. That's a big goal right on the stroke of hitting extra time in this game. That makes it 3-0, and that is a very nice advantage to take into the second leg. Really nice finish that one. I actually think Anderson got a touch on that one, just couldn't keep it out of the back of net. To Johnston picks up a double. Him and El Dazari absolutely pulling the strings out there in that first leg. A very dominant display, and thankfully for once actually get some reward for it here in a match against Western Suburbs. We're going to take a 3-0 lead into the second leg. Would take a pretty big bottle job for us to not make that Champions League final. And we are back for the second leg of this one. First up, Western Suburbs, they did pick up a win midweek in the Central League, sticking with their 4-3 freestyle. Anderson in goal. He might need to improve, otherwise they'll be in trouble. In terms of us, Arce comes in as the ball-playing defender alongside Anderson, also Debenham at right back for Rivera, and Vinicius starts alongside Turner in defensive midfield. We come into this one off the back of a 3-0 win over Christchurch. Let's just turn down the speed of the highlights as I burnt my way through that game, but hopefully we can pick up another win, but at the very least, hold on to our 3-goal lead. And just short of the 15-minute mark, first highlight of this game here is a corner to Western Suburbs. They probably need to score early. Thankfully, that one did find the head of one of their teammates, but goes well high and wide. Still 0-0 at the 20-minute mark, and we hold a 3-goal lead on aggregate. And to be fair, it's been a very quiet first half. Off the back of that one highlight from set piece there to Western Suburbs. We've had more shots overall, but not by a huge amount. Going to halftime locked up at 0-0, but still 3 goals up in the tie. We're looking good here to make our way through it to another Champions League final. Debenham picked up a yellow card. To be fair, a couple of other players out there only going fairly in terms of their ranks. So Roberts can come on at right back. We'll bring on Johnston for Kamalo and Finn Brown for Jamie Young. We'll give those guys a rest, seeing as they're not doing too well in this one. Give those backup players a bit more game time, because really, we should have this one under control. Only 45 minutes left, and still 3 goals in front. Albeit, looks like there might be a few more highlights in the second half, early stages here, just off the back of the restart. We have a throw in here on the halfway line. Otto, nice ball for there to Brown, albeit gets taken out, so might be a chance of Western Suburbs to grab a goal back, but Otto makes up for it there with a good slide tackle. Thankfully, waited till the player turned around to get that one back for us, but then a poor pass there that might have been from Brown, and it is now Western Suburbs with a chance to clear the lines. They pump that one deep, Anderson wins it, and now we've knocked the ball around down midfield. Granieri squares that one nicely for Johnston, who pops up again with a big goal, but unfortunately that time it won't count. He was offside, to still 3-0 with only 40 minutes left. And we make our way forward to the hour mark for the next highlight of this game. And Western Suburbs now do need a big turnaround to even take this one to extra time, let alone think about making their way into the final. But they put some pressure on us here, and we have to make our way out from the back. Anderson, though, eventually does find Sousa, and now Otto tries to find Brown, but again, not a good ball there from our captain, the German Thomas. Plays that one through to Guarnieri, and now Duval does get in behind, and Junior Duval fires that one into the bottom left corner and gives Western Suburbs a 1-0 lead on the day. So to be fair, they might actually win this league, but we are still 2 goals in front on aggregates. Hopefully that's all the damage they do. Good finish there just inside of that left-hand post to make things a little bit interesting. 3-1, but less than a half hour left. And only a few minutes off back of that goal back to Western Suburbs. Now a corner here in our favour. Otto puts that one far post for the former Western Suburbs man in Tim Anderson, giving it there to his former fans at the Declan Stadium. To be fair, he actually started his career off at Christchurch United, so it's not actually his boyhood club, but still, That's a massive goal there against the team they used to play for. Probably the biggest team outside of us he's played for so far in the save, and that really should put this tie to bed 4-1 with 20 minutes left. Off the back of that, another corner for us here, but that time Western Suburbs somewhat deal with the danger, albeit we get the ball back here outside the box. Anderson plays a lovely ball in behind there for Ahmed Al-Jazari, who will score his, I believe, second goal in this tie. He helps out a lot of goals in that first leg, and that will definitely secure our spot in the Champions League final. Another finish there, hit into the ground to get over Mark Anderson. Maybe he's a bit of a midget. I didn't realise it when he was here at Cashmere Tech. He's been caught out here in both legs by some finishes there into the ground. That makes it 2-1 on the day, so hopefully means we can actually pick up wins here in both these legs. Now, a couple of players dropped down to red. Hearts. Azorio will come on for Otto, who, to be fair, was a bit loose with his passing in this one, and also will take off Turner, but for Lalo, because Sam Clark is sitting on a yellow card. And while we're here, we might take off here Arce for Hosafa as well, apart from the fact that we can't, because that's all 5 of our subs used with 15 minutes left and a 2-1 lead on the day, 5-1 on aggregate. In fact, as we try and wrap that up, there is a highlight here in the last 10 minutes. Western Suburbs definitely now need a goal back in Vinicius there. This is interception. Thomas does get in behind, but thankfully that shot is a pretty weak one. Nice height there and straight at the path of Cifuentes. And now we start to make our way to the last 5 minutes of this one. Definitely we have a Champions League final to look forward to come the start of next week. It looked like it would be against AS Dragon, I believe it was, who were taking on Tapuji Amiri in that other semi and did have a 1-0 lead, but that is a good comeback from us there, considering we went down around the hour mark. Thankfully, off the back of that, Tim Anderson with a hero, and also he helps out that goal to Al-Jazari, which does mean we come back and pick up a 2-1 win and back up our 3-0 win in the first leg. We knocked Western Suburbs out of the Champions League yet again, 5-1 in the semi. So a pretty comfortable win for us there in the semi-final this year's Champions League over the fellow New Zealand outfit in Western Suburbs. Obviously the 3-0 win at home did take us a long way there, and we came back from a goal down late to pick up a 2-1 win up in Porirua. So we go through 5-1, we make our way through to yet another Champions League final here at Cashmere Tech, definitely gunning now to break the record that Auckland City hold for most Champions Leagues, which is 12. I think currently we have 10, so fingers crossed the timing of the save works. We can break that record that those guys from the Big Smoke do hold, and we are going to be taking on Tapuji Amiri, which in theory should be pretty easy work for us come the start of next week. The team who are over in Vanuatu, to be fair, they do host that game. I'm pretty sure already done a bus trip to the Port Vila Municipal Stadium. But a quick update on how they made their way through to that final, because they were 1-0 behind after the first leg, as we saw earlier. Absolute demolition job in the second leg. They won that 7-0. So to be fair, that's quite an intimidating scoreline there from the team from Vanuatu. De Long Yellow there did pick up a hat-trick. Let's see if he looks like a decent player once we can click on him. Not too sure how that's happened, apart from the fact that he's a little bit tall. He might be a bit of a set-piece merchant, so a little bit interesting there that he's the player who popped up with a hat-trick. But you'd think that is a game that we can win very comfortably over opposition who are not from New Zealand. As again, we have to wait here for the match report, even though we can't see too much of what happened during the course of this game. But Tapuji Amiri there with a big win in the second leg to make their way through to the Champions League final. But that will do it for today's episode. We get past Western Suburbs and make our way through to yet another Champions League final here with Cashmere Tech. If you enjoyed that one, then do remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you haven't done so already and are enjoying the series here on the channel, also make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well. As I said, we'll come back starting next week and get through this final. It might be a bit of an easy win for us, but just in case the Vanuatu team pulls off an upset, we're going to do that one on camera. So until then, thank you very much for watching, keep on keeping on, and I'll see you then. Cheers.